Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2015 with the Rude Man. And Christmas sadly has come and gone for another year. Not forgotten. We're still celebrating. It's pretty much tradition to kind of celebrate Christmas. Well, not celebrate. Christmas is Christmas, but it kind of goes on at least through the new year. We usually in America leave our decorations and our tree up till after the first of the year. And that's coming right up next week. We'll be into 2015. So, in the meantime, we've got some farming to do. And I've been really busy. I had lots of company. I had family over from all different places for the holidays. And so all my kids were able to come home. And we all had fun together again. It's kind of nice to have everybody home. But they're gone, and it's time for me to get back to work. I wasn't able to do videos. I was just too many people in the house, and it just didn't work out for me to do any videos. So I'm due for a video. So let's get one going. As you can see, we were winter harvesting, and let's see what course. This is field 24. We were doing combining driver's course, and this guy, this is the Coma. Get him going. And this tractor over here. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Did he have a course going? Yeah, he did. So we'll just get him going on that course. If I can remember, where's my blue tractor? My new, there it is. My brand new blue tractor. I think it was Scorpion's Ed. Scorpion told me he has this tractor and he doesn't think it's as great as I do. But you know, I don't have anything to compare it to. It's my first big tractor that isn't the you know, the great big monsters that articulated. So right now it's my favorite tractor. I may be getting newer, bigger tractors that are, you know, that I'll like better. I haven't really found too many mods that I really are in love with yet as far as tractors go. But then again, I haven't had a lot of time to go looking. So we'll see. We'll leave it the way it is for now with this one. Right now, this is my favorite tractor till something else comes along. And let's see. It looks like we've got some trees. I might just go sell these little puppies. And let's see, where am I on the map? I keep forgetting which way to go. Yeah, I'm the wrong way. I need to go the other way. Let's go sell these things. Make some money. Oh, before we do that, I had a tractor on the road, didn't I? Wasn't this guy selling stuff? Yeah, he was selling stuff to the windmill. Let's make sure it's always going to work here. Working well, working well. Well, I hope everybody had a good Christmas. I did. I had a good Christmas. To me, the best thing about Christmas is having family. You know, being with my family and having them all together. And watching, oh God, we watched a lot of movies. And since the new Hobbit is out, we did a Hobbit marathon. Usually we do Lord of the Rings marathon, but since the new Hobbit was coming out, we decided to do the Hobbit marathon. We did my son had never seen the Winter Soldier, Captain America, so we watched that. And of course, we watched Guardians of the Galaxy 2 or 3 times. So fun time had by all. Where's this guy going? Oh, he's just waiting for him, isn't he? Okay. Let's get down from this guy. I know I should fill this trailer up, but I just don't want to. Ow, what did I hit? What the? Look at that, look at that, look at that. Ah! That's weird. I don't know what the hell I hit, but I hit it hard. But anyway, let's see. What Christmas? We just had lots of food. We had lots of family over. The kids all had fun opening presents, as kids usually do. I got a new pair of slippers. I told my wife this year that I wasn't all excited about getting too many gifts because, well, for example, we were in Costco a couple weeks before Christmas. Costco had a Spy Box 1 on sale. Now, if you remember when they came out, they were like $500. And they've reduced the price. And we've talked about the reasons that they've done that. And Costco had a bundle sale for what, about $335, something like that, for an Xbox, or as I call them, Spy Box. And it isn't that I don't like Xboxes. I've got an original Xbox, and I've got an Xbox 360. And I've actually played the Xbox 360 much, much more than I've used the PS3 that I have. And I had a PS1, PS2, PS3. I still have the PS2. I had the PS3 that was backwards compatible, and it was one of those ones that kept burning up. And I had it for the longest time, and it finally just, you know, at one point I took it all apart and I put new heat pads on, and you know, I did everything that you're supposed to do to keep it from overheating, and it worked for quite some time. And then it gave up the ghost again, and I got fed up with it, and I just bought a new PS3, the one of the Slims, but it's not backwards compatible. So since I'd lost my PS2 years ago, I think one of my sons took it. I went ahead and bought a used PS2 so that I could play some of my old games, and I bought a PS3 Slim, and that's what I use now. And like I said, I actually have used the Xbox 360 much more than I've used the PS3. I use the PS3 a lot of times, mostly for watching Blu-ray movies. But I have a really nice Blu-ray machine now, and so I don't use the PS3 for movies anymore. But I just wasn't enamored with the Xbox One for many reasons that I've talked about in the past. And I told my wife, she said, why don't you just buy it? It's on sale. It's a good price. And I said, oh, I keep forgetting to pick this log up. I said, well, actually, you know, in 6 months I want to buy a new computer. I'd much rather take that $300 and put it towards my new computer. And if it was the PS4 that had dropped that much in price, I would have bought it. But I didn't want the Xbox One that bad. So anyway, that's kind of what I told my wife. I said, you know, it's coming up 6 months till I want my new computer, and I'm going to be spending, you know, upwards of, you know, $3,000 to $4,000. So on just a computer. And so I said, why don't I just, you know, why don't we just keep it kind of easy this year? So that's what we did. And we kept it easy. I didn't get, you know, I got me a new pair of slippers, which I desperately needed. I have a pair of fuzzy slippers They're actually leathers. They look like moccasins, but they got like some kind of fake rabbit fur or something on the inside, and they're really warm. But I've wore all the fuzzy stuff on the inside out because I've been wearing the same pair of slippers for 6-7 years, and so I got a new pair of slippers. I don't feel too bad because they're $85 on sale slippers, so they're decent piece of leather. And what else did I get? Oh, I got something really special. I'll have to take a picture of this. My daughter bought me, I don't know what you'd call it. It's a picture that you hang on the wall, but I'm going to turn around and look at it right now. It's number 27 of the original Detective Comics with Batman on the cover. Batman looks like he's in the 1940s. Anyway, it's really cool. As a matter of fact, she said she bought it and put it in her house, and all of her friends that came over, every single one of them said, "I want that." And she kept saying, "Nope, that's my dad's." So anyway, it's pretty cool. So I got to find a place to put it in the studio. I'm a big comic book fan. Yeah, I've told you many times I'm an avid reader. Well, I started out reading comic books, and back in the days, I had to work for the family, and I had a stepmother that wasn't too enamored with me reading all the time, and would take my books away from me. So I had a cousin, and I'd take every dime that I had, and I'd give it to my cousin because his folks bought him almost any comic book he wanted. And so I'd give him a little bit of my money, and he would buy the comics that I liked. And I'd just go over to his house, read comics all day. But here's the thing, people used to laugh because I read comics, but I really developed a joy for reading by reading comics. And it then came a time where I stopped reading comics and I started reading books, and I've read books ever since. But if any of my kids want to read comics, more power to them. If it teaches them to read and teaches them to love reading, just for the sake of entertainment and learning. I've read many books that people would consider, oh my God, that's science fiction. Well, that's true, but there's still a lot of research that goes in some science fiction. I learned an awful lot of things that were factual from a science fiction book. You have to know the difference between fact and fiction. Yeah, I really don't think people go around talking Klingon in real life. That's not the point. But there was a book I used to read about a man that was a leper, and the author had studied the disease of leprosy quite extensively, and the facts that were in this fantasy book about a leper were accurate. And actually, there's stuff in comic books that are factual too. It's not all, comic or booky or comic booky, Wookie bookie. Well, let's see. How are my combines doing? Uh-oh, trouble. Good thing I looked. Why are you doing this? Let the guy work. Too much holiday cheer. Well, I hope that all of you got everything you wanted for Christmas. If you got some real cool stuff, let me know. I'm always interested in that kind of thing. Yeah, I had a bunch of stuff on my wish list, but it's all related to my computer, so it can wait. It can wait. I want this guy wrapped around a tree. Look at it, he followed this guy like a sweet little puppy. Isn't that nice of him? They're playing really good now. What? The Hurley man's in traffic. Oh, geez, yes, he sure is. My fault, sorry. I'll get out of the way. Go, Burly man, go. Yeah, so I'm not sure. This this map that's snowy, I don't think I'm going to wait till spring. I think that what I'm going to do, I'm having fun playing it, but I need to get into cutting grass because I want to start getting some animals. So I'm thinking when the Christmas tree comes down in real life and the New Year's over, I may let the farm thaw out and get back to farming, spring farming. I mean, it's fun while it lasted, but yeah, I want to do some, I want to start collecting some grass, do some silage, get some animals going. And as we discovered, the snow kind of covers the grass. Yeah, I didn't get much sleep this week, I tell you. Christmas week, I've been staying up late. Had a lot of eggnog. Didn't have, I don't put anything in it. I just like eggnog. Yeah, all that debate we had about putting stuff in eggnog, I just drink it raw. I like mine raw. Okay, where's the sweet spot? Come on. Why should it be so hard to find? It really shouldn't be that hard to find. Come on. Okay, let's see if I can get this where I want it. Maybe not. Timber! Well, almost. Not quite. Alright. Right. Let's see what we can do here. Now timber? There we go. And the stump stopped it from rolling. Well, what? Oh, I see. Never mind. It's my fault. I had the chainsaw blade at an angle. Let's just cut it into 3 pieces. See if that works. Close enough for government work. Alright, let's check on combines. What? Come on. Cut the guy some slack. Affleck. Talking about Affleck, I'm not a real big Ben Affleck fan. Never have been. I don't think he can act very well. That's just my personal opinion. You may like him, that's fine. But I'm really worried about the new Batman Superman movie. I kind of, unlike a lot of people, enjoyed the last Superman movie. I like the guy that played it. It's always refreshing to see somebody play Superman that didn't really need a padded suit. But I'm kind of disappointed in the casting, and I thought, well, okay, let me just hope that it's the best thing Ben Affleck ever did. And small consolations, he's going to have a mask on, so I don't have to look at his face. But I'm thinking, you know, well, we'll just keep our hopes high that he does a really good job and all that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, I'm not real confident about that. I've seen a couple of the previews or the trailers that they've put out, and the movie kind of looks god-awful. So I don't know. I'm going to be sorely disappointed because like I said, I grew up with all these superheroes, Batman and Superman. And The Flash was always one of my favorites. Fantastic Four were big for me. Daredevil, and of course Ben Affleck already ruined that for me. That was a terrible movie. But anyway, I don't know. I'll keep my hopes up and hope that he does okay and doesn't ruin the movie too bad. But like I said, unfortunately, I've seen a little bit of the trailers that they've leaked out, and they really don't look very good. Okay, truck and trailer, or tractor and trailer, follow me. I'm heading this way. We're heading up the hill. Come fly with me. Well, okay, I'll just give you a little bit. How's that? Now we got to get our windrower out. Make some more hay. Straw, that is. Yeah, I was kind of wore out. Like I said, I didn't sleep very much over the holidays. Stayed up too late, got up too early, 3 or 4 days in a row. You can probably hear it in my voice. I don't have a cold. I'm just really tired. And so, as a matter of fact, I was thinking about going to bed early tonight. And I thought, no, you know, it's been several days since I've made an episode. I've got to record at least one for tomorrow. So it's still kind of early here. It's only 9 o'clock or so. Whee! Let's see. Should I have him help? All right. What's wrong with the sound here? That's weird. Man, he's going... Why is he going crooked? What's that all about? Alright, let's... My sound is going in and out. This is crazy. Alright, I'm having some technical difficulties here. Okay, I am back. I don't know what was wrong. I apologize for the sound, and I'm hoping this is going to work. And I'm hoping this isn't too loud for you. I don't know, something went haywire with the sound. The microphone was cutting out, and so I logged off, and I hope I fixed it. Apologize for that. Hopefully it'll be okay once I render this out. I didn't notice it till I came around that corner right there, and all of a sudden I couldn't hear myself speaking, and then all of a sudden I could. And I thought, uh-oh, something's wrong with the sound. You heard me say that. When I went back and looked at it, I stopped the recording. I went back outside and looked at that video. My voice and the sound is real low. It's still, you can still hear me, and you can still understand what I was saying, but it wasn't right. So I adjusted everything and I came back in. It sounds like it's working now, and hopefully everything's going to be okay. What little bit I listened to, like I say, you still could hear it, and so it didn't ruin the video. I'm still going to put it up. I'm not happy with it, but I don't want to re-record it. I'm tired for one thing, and I just apologize in advance if it's not as good a quality as I normally would like to have. Let's get this other combine going, and let's see. Drive the course. Oh, that is empty. Okay, that's fine. We'll wait. They'll fill it up. Drive the course. Let's get this guy. Okay, so this is field 23, and we should have a course set up for this, hopefully. Straw 23, there's one. Let's take a look at that. And see what happens. Nothing is going to happen. Why is that? Okay. Stop the driver. Reset the course. What is wrong with this picture here? Alright, let's stop this and select the course again, straw 23, back here, field work is set up. That should be working. Why is it not? Wrong tool for this mod. Okay, what did I do? Let's see, stop that. Let's deselect that. Isn't that? Oh, that's for seating. This is the one I want. Alright, so let's go back to straw, and that should work now. I had it on seating instead of field work. Let's go get this other tracker over here and get him back up to where he needs to be. Well, bummer. I've been off so long and my equipment got reset. The gain was messed with, and the volume was down, and the volume on the game itself was down. And believe it or not, you have to check that once in a while, because there are certain things I do with my computer that will change that. I don't know why, but sometimes it does. Okay, so let's see. He's got a different course set up for him here. Let's see what we have. Field sowing, grain to sell point harvest trailers. Field 30. Let's use that one. And we're going to automatic search, no. Let's select manually. This is a Coma trailer. This is Coma, isn't it? The Sampo? I think it is. Drive the course. There you go. And this one This one, let's stop the driver, stop the course, choose the course. This is field 30 also. And then let's go back here. Oh, we need to do this. And we'll search for the New Holland and drive the course. Oh, he went back to the other field. That's what he did. You better get out of the way, because this guy's coming. Yeah, I have certain things I enjoy for Christmas. Like I said, having my family around me. I come from a farm family. You know that. I've talked about it. We weren't really big farmers. I mean, we didn't have thousands of acres or anything like that. We just had small farm, small family farm. Some orchards, some pigs, cattle, you know, that kind of thing. Did a lot of hay. But there are 13 kids in my family growing up. We had a big family. And, you know, all the time I was young, I wanted to have a family of my own. So holidays are real big for me because of family. And I like to watch movies. So I didn't have a lot of time for making videos and playing games. Well, my son and I play a lot of games, but we were playing console games. And just for fun and that kind of thing. And lots of food to eat. There's always food to eat. I like cooking, and so I kind of help my wife. She does most of the cooking, but I like to help out. My son likes to cook, and he helps out. But we watch a lot of movies. We'd like to do marathons, you know. We'll do a, I can't tell you how many times we watch The Lord of the Rings in a marathon. And if it's just my son and I, we not only watch the movies, but I have the special edition set that has all of the compendices, you know, well, whatever they call that, where they have all the behind the scenes stuff, and we'll watch that, and it adds hours and hours and hours to the movie. It'll take us 2 or 3 days to do it, you know, Lord of the Rings marathon. But we do that, and sometimes it's not always Lord of the Rings. Sometimes it's The Matrix, and sometimes it's Star Wars. And although the more times I watch Star Wars, the stupider they get. I mean, I remember when the Star Wars movies came out, it was like God's gift to science fiction. But the more you kind of watch them, the more you think, oh my God, these aren't really good movies. You know the Twilight movies? I read those books, and people laugh like hell and say, you know, those are little teenage girl books. I know, but I like to read them. I like science fiction and fantasy, and I thought the books were pretty good. I can understand how you would think that they were, you know, teenage girl books, because, you know, the antagonist in the book is a little whiny little, oh my God, I just wanted to literally jump in the book and strangle her whiny little butt. Just whine, woe is me, whine, cry, all through the whole series. Now, so the movies came out, and I thought, well, let's see how close they stick to the books. And they did. They did a fairly good job of sticking to the story. And I enjoyed the movies when they came out. But then I bought the videos and watched them again. And I thought, oh my God, these movies are terrible. The acting is just god-awful. And I didn't quite enjoy them, you know, the second or third time around as I did when I watched them in the theater. But there you go. Yeah, I just didn't really, you know. I thought, all right, let's have a marathon of that, and we did, and we thought, oh my God, how did we ever like these movies in the first place? Because these are terrible. And of course, the big one is the Harry Potter. We always have a Harry Potter marathon. And the Harry Potters are kind of fun to watch because you get to actually watch these kids grow up before your eyes. You know, the very first one, they're just little bitty kids. And, you know, by the time the series is over, they're grown-ups having babies of their own, you know. It's I don't know. I just liked them. The books were good. I read all the books, and they got a little bit darker every time they made one, or wrote one, or she did. I especially liked the last book, which a lot of people didn't. You know, a lot of people, well, it's too long-winded, and it's just, you know, they're running for their lives, and they're, you know, fighting for their lives, and they're blah, blah, blah. And people are getting killed left and right, and it looks like the bad guys are going to win, and, oh, woe is me, whine, whine, whine. I'll tell you what I liked about the last book, and the movie, too. What I liked about the last book was, if you started from the first book and read the whole series, in the last book, you'd get to a point where, okay, it is getting a little long-winded here, and then all of a sudden, they would say something in the book, or they would reveal something in the book, that I would literally stop reading and think, oh my God, I read about this in the very first book, and it didn't make sense. Now it does. And that happened over and over in that last book for me. Things that happened in the previous books that you kind of, you know, read about what was happening in it. There was just something in the back of your head like, you know, I don't quite understand what they're saying there, or why they did that, or what's going on. And then in the last book, it's explained. And you think, oh my God, why didn't I see that when I read the first or second or third, fourth book? So that's kind of what I liked about the sixth book. Was it a little long-winded? Sure it was. But it wasn't a Stephen King by any means. I taught my wife how to speed read by reading Stephen King books. She liked to read, but she wasn't a very good reader. You know, she'd take a book, and a month later she'd be still reading the same book. And so I took classes on speed reading when I was young. And I told her, I said, here's how you learn how to speed read. Because when you speed read, you don't read every word. You see the words, but you don't really read them. You're kind of picking out 2-3 words in a paragraph to get the gist of what's being said, and you move on. So you can, and you can do that. Now, with Stephen King, it's easy to do. Stephen King books, especially his later ones, as you're reading the book, you're in it 5-6 pages, and he's still explaining to you what a daffodil looks like that he sees as he's walking through a field. And I told my wife, I said, you don't need 5 or 6 pages to tell you what a daffodil looks like. Skip it. You know, you kind of skip big chunks of Stephen King books because there's just too much. There's too many words. Kind of reminds me of that old movie Amadeus about Mozart, where they were saying that, you know, that he would read somebody else's operas and say, too many notes. There's too many notes. And crazy. But that's kind of what I think about Stephen King books. I've read them all, but yeah, he writes too much. Stephen Kuntz does too, and I like his books too. I especially like the Odd Thomas books. Odd Thomas and Stormy Llewellyn. This must have been the field that I wasn't chopping the hay. Or I guess I was chopping the hay, but yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, I don't think I made a windrow of this one, did I? I don't think so. Let's stop that. This. Field sowing, grain to sell. Straw 24. I guess I did. Well, where does it start? Down here it starts. I remember I didn't have a tractor that was big enough to pull the damn thing. Whee! I was driving a tractor in snowy weather. All right, let's do it to it. Get out there and make it work. Make it work. You have mixed feelings about Christmas. Yeah, I can't wait for Christmas to come and go because it's so hectic. On the other hand, I'm always sad when it happens. I always get kind of nostalgic and sad, and I think, wow, it's over already. It's, you know, I had too much cheer. I don't have the cheer. I eat too much food. That's what happens to me. I tried not to this year. That looks like that's working pretty good. That tractor works well. It's powerful enough. It's not a real big tractor. It's one of the bigger tractors in the game until you get to the articulated ones. But it's still not a real big tractor. I can't wait for the mods to come out. I've got a couple of John Deere mods. I don't remember if I have them here. Tractors. I do. Let's see. Let's check out this one. 184 horsepower, or 250 horsepower on that dual-wheeled one. And this one is also 250. That's just got dual wheels. What's the difference between this one? Are they all the same? All right, so it's single wheels, clean and dirty. You can't find one that I know of yet that you can wash. Maybe you can. I haven't looked. That's why I haven't used these. Well, mainly also the price is good, $90,000, but I want it to get dirty and be able to wash it. So you have to either choose. Do you want one that's 100% all the time, 24/7 dirty, or 24/7 clean? And I'm still kind of waiting to see if they come out with some that are washable. But anyway, there's that. Alrighty, I think I'm going to have end the episode here. It'll be the first episode after Christmas, and again, I hope everybody had a good Christmas. I hope everybody's getting ready to have a good new year, and I hope you all had time off for the holidays. That's always important to have some time off. Be with your family. Have your family. Keep them close. You know, most families don't always get along. And there's been many times where my kids get mad at me because there's been many times where I've said, I love my children, but sometimes I don't like them. And they didn't understand that until they got a little bit older and they started fighting amongst themselves. And then they would come up and say, Dad, I understand what you said now, because my sister, I love her, but sometimes I don't like her. And I said, well, they're people. Even though they're family, they're still people. And you don't like everybody in the world. You don't have to dislike them. You just try to get along. And but now you know what I was saying when I said I love my children, but sometimes I don't like them. But anyway, I'll leave it at that. We'll end this episode. When we come back, we'll finish this winter harvest. Have a little bit more fun. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I'll see you then.